Hello, welcome to the Eagle's Wing podcast. This is your host, Deuce Brandt. Today we are in Proverbs Chapter 18 in the Amplified Bible. He who willfully separates and estranges himself from God and man seeks his own desire and pretext to break out against the wise and sound judgment. A self-confident fool has no delight in understanding, but only in revealing his personal opinions and himself. When the wicked come in to the depth of evil, he becomes a contemptuous despiser of all that is pure and good, and with inner baseness comes outer shame and reproach. The words of a discreet and wise man's mouth are like deep waters, plenteous and difficult to fathom. And the fountain of skillful and godly wisdom is like a gushing stream, sparkling, fresh, pure, and life-giving. To respect the person of the wicked and to be partial to him, so as to deprive the consistently righteous of justice, is not good. A self-confident fool's lips bring contention, and his mouth invites a beating. A self-confident fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to himself. The words of a whisperer or a talebearer are as dainty morsels. They go down into the innermost parts of the body. He who is loose and slack in his work is brother to him who is a destroyer, and he who does not use his endeavors to heal himself is broken to him who commits suicide. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The consistently righteous man, uprightness in the right standing with God, runs into it and is safe, high above evil and strong. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, as a high protecting wall in his own imagination and conceit. Haughtiness comes before disaster, but humility before honor. He who answers a matter before he hears the facts, it is folly and shame to him. The strong spirit of a man sustains him in bodily pain or trouble, but a weak and broken spirit, who can rise up or bear? The mind of the prudent is ever getting knowledge, and the ear of the wise is ever seeking, inquiring for, and craving knowledge. A man's gift makes room for him and bears him before great men. He who states his case first seems right until his rival comes and cross-examines him. To cast lots puts an end to disputes and decides between powerful contenders. A brother offended is harder to be won over than a strong city, and their contentions separate them like the bars of a castle. A man's moral self shall be filled with the fruit of his mouth, and with the consequence of his words he must be satisfied, whether good or evil. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they who indulge in it shall eat the fruit of it, for death or life. He who finds a true wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. The poor man uses entreaties, but the rich answers roughly. The man of many friends, a friend of all the world, will prove himself a bad friend. Be there a friend who sticks closer to a brother. So this was a relatively short Proverb 18, but I want to just talk about some of the things that are in here. It talks about the power of life and death is in the tongue, and that whoever indulge of it shall eat of the fruit of it, for death or life. This is absolutely important, that yes, in relationships, what we speak and how we speak to and for others, and ourselves for that matter, is very, very important. And so you definitely want to control yourself if you are able, and to be a person who knows how to control their tongue. And it also talks about how in relationships, he who finds a true wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. It is vital that we have relationships. And if you can find a virtuous woman who can support you, can support your goals and your mission, can come alongside your vision for your family, can be led and submit herself to your authority as head of the household, this is a good thing. And it is a very special blessing. You definitely want to have somebody who does those things. And later when we get into Proverbs 31, it talks about this woman. It gives a good example of what a virtuous wife is. So with that, that's going to end today's proverb. This is the Eagle's Wing podcast and Deuce Brandt. Hope you have a great day.